Assalamualaikum to Madam Asbaria. Today we will discuss about outcome-based budgeting. My name is Nurul Admira. What is outcome-based budgeting? OBB is a strategic management tool designed to improve resources management and public sector accountability. It is a tool to allocate resources effectively and efficiently in order to achieve specific targets. OBB explains why the money is being spent by using statement of mission, goals and objectives. It differs from traditional approach because it focuses on what the money buys and the outcome of the purchase. Successful implementation of a OBB framework is supported by the integration and linkage of the budgeting process with the performance management process and also consistent monitoring of outcomes. OBB is a subset of an integrated approach to result-based management (RBM). According to Thomas, RBM focuses on appropriate and timely achievement of relevant goals and objectives through strategic planning, systematic implementation and resource usage, performance monitoring, measurement and reporting, as well as systematic use of information to improve policy decision-making and program performance at all levels. Next, we move to objective of OBB. Firstly, provide structural mechanism to translate policy and concept of National Transformation Program (NTP) to outcome and result. The example of National Transformation Program such as One Malaysia, People First Performance Now, and Government Transplantation Program. This could be achieved through implementation of more effective program and activities. OBB links budget allocation with programs outcome in an integrated manner. Secondly, a power controlling officer to manage resources under their control. OBB integrate both development and operating expenditure toward achieving efficient allocation of resources and effective implementation of programs. This will provide better decision-making and resources allocation system for each of agency or ministry. Thirdly is increased accountability at all levels through strengthening of governance framework. OBB is established to improve financial transparency and accountability. It will clarify roles and expectations and establish a management framework to help department better align progress spending. Fourthly, ensure government will achieve the concept of value for money for budget expenditure management. Value for money means efficient, effective, and economic. It will help in improving program and project evaluation so that budget expenditure system is efficient. Next, we move to budgetary reform in Malaysia. Starting with traditional on 1957, it is about detailed control in discipline. It is incremental line item budgeting. Next, it upgrade to Program and Performance Budgeting System in 1969. It is about program performance, program activity, performance indicator monitoring and evaluation. And then on 1990, it upgraded to Modified Budgeting System. It is about disaggregate budget, budget ceiling, program agreement, exception reporting, monitoring and evaluation. On 2013, OBB has been introduced. It is a focus on integration, alignment, budgeting for result reporting, monitoring and evaluation.
Hi, my name is Wan Asma binti Wan Rosli. Now I will continue to the principle of designing OBB. Based on TC number 2 year 2012, the designing of OBB is based on 8 principles. First principle is planning and constructing of budget. This program-based approach emphasizes the planning and construction of budget through formation of intervention program to meet the ministry's goal. Preparation of budget will be made based on outcome and the identified program output. Second is roles and responsibility of MOF, EPU and PSD in examining ministry's budget. PSD, EPU and MOF are collectively responsible to examine the budget to ensure the prepared budget conform to the requirement to achieve the outcome at ministry and national level. Third is ministry's program aligned to the national result framework. The program implemented by the ministry must contribute clearly to the national result framework. Fourth is medium-term perspective in planning and budget. The planning and budget need to consider the medium-term perspective so that it suits the period to achieve the outcome of program or activities that might not be achieved in a particular budget year. This is to enable the program manager or the head of activity to plan on how to utilize the resources more effectively. Fifth is strengthen performance management. Strengthen the M&E process enable effective decision-making to be made based on valid evidence. This will strengthen the public sector performance management. 6 is empowering controlling officer. The controlling officer should be given the power to manage the resources under his control and will be responsible to the achievement of outcome and expected results. 7 is incentive for result achievement. Strengthening the accountability of officers in the public sector, the result achievements must be directly associated with reward and restriction. Lastly is continuous development of abilities. Continuous development of abilities is needed to ensure sustainability of principle and practice of OBB through systematic training plan at national and ministry level. This is the role of the Public Sector Training Institute, an appointed OBB trainer. Now we go to the implementation structure of OBB. To get the effectiveness and sustainability of implementing, OBB should be supported by an institution structure. Their functions are to implement and supervise the performance under OBB at national and ministry level. Hence, 4 main committee and 2 subcommittee were set up. First main committee is National OBB Steering Committee, or known as NOSC. It is chaired by the Secretary General of Treasury to set the policies and way forward of OBB in the public sector. This NOSC is responsible to develop and continuously improve the implementation of OBB in development of human capital and change management initiative to ensure sustainability of OBB. Second main point is Central Performance Management Committee, or CPMC. CPMC is chaired by the Budget Director MOF. It's responsible in examining, evaluating and approving estimated budget for all ministry. It also have to check and analyze the ministry quarterly and yearly performance report to be presented in meeting of Secretary General and Head of Service, meeting of National Planning Development Committee, and meeting of Cabinet and Parliament. Third main point is Program Rationalization Committee, or PRC. It's chaired by Deputy Secretary General of Treasury Policy and Deputy Director General 1 EPU. PRC is responsible to check, evaluate and approve the ministry proposal for new programs and activity to ensure the program and activity contribute to the achievement of result and in line with National Result Framework. Fourth main point is Ministry OBB Implementation Committee, or MOIC. Under MOIC, each ministry has to set up its own MOIC headed by the controlling officer to monitor the OBB implementation and the achievement of results. It's responsible to implement the strategic process of OBB. They will plan, develop and improve program and activity so that it will be aligned and contribute to National Result Framework. Under MOIC, they set up 2 subcommittee that need to be created for each program and activity. For the program, the committee is Program Performance Management Committee, known as PPMC. This PPMC is chaired by the program manager and responsible to monitor the implementation and result achievement of program. They will plan the direction and implement OBB program so as to achieve the desired outcome. Second, for the activity is named as Activity Performance Management Committee, or known as APMC. It will chaired by the head of activity and responsible to monitor the implementation and result achievement of activity. They will develop the action plan to implement activity so as to achieve the desired outcome as specified by the PPMC and MOIC.
Is Nurizati Binti Mazali, and I will move on to the strategic process of implementing outcome-based budgeting. The implementation of OBB involves cycles that contain 4 main strategic processes, which are outcome-based planning, second, budget preparation, third, third, monitoring and evaluation, and lastly is a reporting of results. First, I will talk about the outcome-based planning. This process for developing the strategic result framework for the ministry. This planning begin with the development of result framework at ministry level by setting the agreed output and expected outcome in order to resolve the issue. The outcome framework will develop at program and activity level, and this contribute to the development of ministry outcome. Actually, the combination of expected performance at ministries, program and activity level will form ministry's result framework, which is MRF, that can be used as a data input for OBB strategic template. Now, this is a top-down approach for budget planning. Under OBB, each program can be executed by multiple ministries, while each ministry will be responsible for a component of the program. Okay, as we can see here, it divided by 3 levels. First is national level, program level, ministry, and lastly ministry or agency level. These planning show how they segregate their budget for each level. Actually, this is to ensure the achievement of expected result. Now we move on to the second process, which is a budget preparation. This process is for preparing resource requirement to drive the ministry result. In the ministry budget is prepared using the bottom-up approach. We'll start with the activity level and ending at the ministry level. This is because to identify in detail the total allocation required to implement OBB, programmers can only determine at activity level. Since the budget is determined at activity level, planning process through MRF must clear to ensure proper planning and allocation of resources at activity level and achieving the expected result. Okay, this table show the example of allocation of budget for program and activity. As we can see here, this start for the national, we have a Vision 2020, which is develop a nation status, and they divided by specific amount to make sure everything was properly budgeted. Now we move to the third process, which is monitoring and evaluation. This process for managing information for monitoring and evaluation and decision support system. In carrying out this process, ministry should refer to strategies that had been implemented and ministry's result framework. The monitoring and evaluation need to be well planned and must have a clear objective and methodology. As we can see here, the framework of the monitoring and evaluation consists of this element, which is input, process, output, outcome, and lastly the impact. Okay, first for the input, the resources used by the program or activity to generate the output and achieve outcome. Second is process. Process is operation or work process where input is utilized to produce a specific output. Third is output. Output is a direct product and service produced from activities under program, and the outcome is the effect and result from program output. And lastly, for the impact, the final outcome or result from the program. The monitoring and evaluation also have the evaluation process under OBB that emphasize on the following issues, which are appropriateness, effectiveness, efficiency, and the economy. For the appropriateness, we can see how far program or strategy fulfill basic requirement or solve client problem. Is that the program or strategy objectives still relevant? Are the existing policy acceptable and sufficient? Second is effectiveness. Effectiveness is we can know the output or outcome contribution towards achievement or impact. What are the negative or unexpected impact? How far the achievement of program objective? A third is efficiency. Either the process is the input fully utilized, either the program can be implemented more efficiently, Is the input utilized or the program complete, the conflicting or coincide with the other program? And lastly is economy. Economy is either we can know can the input cost be minimized, can wastage be reduced, and lastly is the program output produced through value for money principle. Beside that, there are method of evaluation, which is there are two evaluation methods, which are formative and summative. For the formative, all implementation strategy for program or activity is evaluated each year. And second is summative, is either ministry must evaluate all program and activity at least once in a year. And last process is the reporting of result. This process is for performance reporting and the policy formulation. The ministry should submit achievement or result and financial performance to Ministry of Finance (MOF) through the report. There are 6 reports, which are quarterly and annually ministry performance report. Second is quarterly and annual project cash flow, MOIC report, quarterly and annual monitoring of OBB program or activity report. There are also formative assessment of OBB program activity report, and lastly summative assessment of OBB program or activity report.
My name is Fifiani. I will proceed with the responsibility of central agency under OBB. Central agency are responsible to ensure that the effectiveness of OBB policy and implementation of national and ministerial level thus increase the quality of service provided by the public sector. First of agency is Economic Planning Unit, EPU. EPU was established in 1961, that firstly known as Economic Secretariat of the Economic Community under the Executive Council of the Federation of Malaysia. EPU is a main government agency that responsible to prepare policy and strategy framework for socio-economic development and propose national development project through NRF consisting outcome and program at national level. Next is a Ministry of Finance, MOF. MOF was formed in 31st August 1957. MOF responsible to coordinate, evaluate, and approve ministry budget proposal to be presented in the parliament. MOF also responsible to coordinate program and activities code under OBB. Next agency is a Public Service Department, PSD. PSD was formed in 1934. PSD will look at the improvement of human resource management aspect so that the Secretary General for each ministry can manage it more effectively. PSD will also provide policy and guideline for the improvement of human resource management. In addition, PSD through the INTIN will act as a leader for capacity development of human capital to enhance OBB implementation. Next agency is Implementation Coordination Unit, ICU. ICU was established on 14th August 1969. It also known as the Unit Pelaksanaan UPP in the Malay. The main task of ICU is to ensure that the delivery system of policy program and project are carried out effectively. ICU responsible to coordinate, monitor and evaluate performance of project development. Then, Malaysian Administrative Modernisation and Management Planning Unit, MAMPU. MAMPU was established in 1977. It responsible for modernizing and reformizing the public sector in areas of administrative reforms. The objective of MAMPU is to conduct research in public administration, to conduct research in the area of human resources, and to report to the Cabinet and Parliament. MAMPU will act as driving force and consultancy expert on organizational and ICT management for the modernization and transformation of public administration. Next is a National Audit Department. National Audit Department was formed in 1906. It is an independent government agency in Malaysia that responsible for carrying out the audit on the account of federation government, state government, and federal statutory body. And AD will perform audit on identify ministry program or activity from time to time. And the last agency is Accountant General Department, ANM. ANM will continue to develop, manage, and control and improve the government accounting system. Strategic template of OBB. OBB strategic template is developed and used as a management tool by the controlling officer, program manager, and activity leader for the purpose first to show clear alignment and relation between MRF at ministry level and NRF at national level. Second, to identify other programs that consist either inside or outside the ministry that contribute to the outcome achievement at ministry or national level. Lastly, to give a holistic view on integrated budget preparation for any programs or activities. There is the following strategic template has been developed. First, Ministry Executive Summary, MES. MES is a strategic planning document on achievement of aspect, output and outcome including financial performance of ministry. Second, Program Performance Management Framework, PPMF. PPMF is a strategic planning document on budget preparation, M&E at program level. It is supported by Program Budget Sheet (PBS) containing detailed information on estimate budget for any program. And the last strategic template is a Activity Performance Management Framework (APMF). APMF is a strategic planning document on budget preparation (M&E) at activity level. It is supported by Activity Budget Sheet (ABB) and contain detail on estimated budget for any activities.
My name is Nurul Shahira. I will profit on benefit and challenge in implementing OBB. Okay, for the first, we will look on benefit. First point, OBB set clear priority at national, ministry, program and activity level. Clearly align operational level objective with national goal. This is want to help and improve accountability in reporting and will result in better forecast and analysis of ministry activity. For the second, remove duplication and better manage cross-cutting issue among ministry and agency. This will provide better view of resources requirement and improve decision making on resources allocation. For the third, provide a framework for eliminating overlapping programs. This is want to reduce program redundancy and their cost. For the last, allow analytical reporting on budget utilization and result. This is want to help to improve accountability in report. Okay, for the next, we will look on challenge. First, the level of acceptance and understanding related to OBB in the public sector is still low. Okay, with a weak understanding, government may face loss of trainer because not understand their job scope. For the second, development of OBB is an evaluation that require commitment from top management of ministry and agency. Actually, top management play an important role to emphasize on performance orientation culture. For the third, the qualities of information in the result framework need to be improved for a better information on program performance. Okay, when the information can deliver better understanding, department can increase the opportunity for department to use strategic planning as the basis for budget preparation. Okay, for the last, the structure of OBB require more work and more commitment from the officer.